Welcome to this episode of Our Quest. This is Dimple Mehta, and today we will talk about how to build confidence. Everybody knows that that's the key to success. That's what makes you who you are. How to build that confidence? We're going to learn that today. So thank you for being with us here today, and thank you for taking out the time to listen to this podcast. I am truly grateful to you. I hope this podcast further contributes towards your growth. If you like the episode, give us a quick rating or review on Apple Podcasts. That helps the episode to organically reach more people who might find it useful and beneficial. You may also screenshot and share on Instagram and tag us at dimple.ourquest. More people can then listen and benefit from this. Don't forget to subscribe to the show so that you get the latest episodes first. Joining us today for this amazing discussion is the CEO of Prism Advertising Dubai, Executive Director for BNI North Dubai, Amit Vardhan. Welcome to the show, Amit. How do you feel about it?
I feel great seeing you in this new avatar, giving knowledge to people, supporting people to build some capabilities in them. And I'm so excited to be here and talk to you, Dimple.
Well, all the knowledge is flowing from you, so I'm just a portal. Thank you so much for being with us here today.
It's a pleasure.
And diving straight into the first question that I have on mind, let's first establish what we understand from confidence. In what context are we talking about confidence? So, what do we mean by confidence?
I personally feel confidence is a belief in your abilities. The attitude of can do. Yes, I can achieve, I can get there. I have the expertise, I have the ability to do or perform a certain activity. This confidence is built out of the knowledge, the experiences you have, the knowledge you have, the practice you do, and your achievements prior to what you have done. And at times, Dimple, it's also about the failures you have done.
Most definitely.
So it's not only achievements, and it's about failures, because with every failure you get a learning. Then you get that attitude, yes, I can do. And there are lots of success stories, KFC being one, where the person failed and failed and failed and finally achieved what he wanted to achieve. So that attitude of can do can come from achievements and also come from failures.
That's so beautifully said, Amit. It's so rightfully said that failures can be worn as your shining armors, because that's how you proceed further towards your path to success, right?
Yep.
The way you explain it, it seems like a basic that most of us should have. I mean, all of us should be confident about ourselves, right? Yet some people tend to be confident and some people tend to lose it. Why does that happen?
The people, I personally, that's all my belief, Dimple, and it's not something documented, heard, or said. It is about my experience. I feel people become confident. Number one, best thing is, yes, I achieve success at whatever I have done. I have the knowledge to do what I'm supposed to do. I have practiced or rehearsed what I have supposed to deliver. So these three attitudes give you confidence. I call it a cape you wear. Knowledge, which is the first one, the awareness about what you're going to talk about, the ability, the practice, and the experience of doing it. So these things get you the confidence. So once you start achieving growth, so if you have made a dish and you made it well, and then the next dish is made well, and people start appreciating you, it starts with your family, then starts with people who visit you, and then you decide to actually make it for people outside your family and your friend circle, and they appreciate it. That gives you confidence because you have achieved it over and over again. Probably you have learned how to do it, probably you have experienced how to do it, and you have the capabilities, and you have practiced how to do it better every time. So that is one step of getting confidence. The second step of getting confidence is also by, as I said in my first statement, it is also by failures. When you perform something and you know you have done to the best of your ability, you still have to have the knowledge, you still have to have the experience, you still have to practice. But every time something goes wrong, you know exactly what is going wrong, because you have the other three. You may not have achieved the success, but you know that where you went wrong this time. So probably you need to improve on it, one step at a time. So every failure is a step to the next perfection state. So that gives you confidence. The people around you, how they behave, how they talk to you, also gives you confidence. Actually, we've run a full campaign, with one of the multinationals, which says confidence is beautiful and it is built inside, and it is what makes you attractive to people. So those are the things which are definitely helpful for getting confident. Yeah, there are cases where you lose confidence. If you have multiple failures and you do not know why you failed, that is the first reason
Beautiful.
of losing confidence.
Beautiful.
The knowledge, the absence of knowledge of why we failed and what I need to do next to achieve it, is where you fail or you lose confidence. At that place, you need to actually revise, revisit, understand what went wrong. Did Do I have the right knowledge? Do I have the right ability or capabilities? Did I practice it? Do I have the right experience? In this case, you can borrow something from people and get back to that. But if you don't and you just let it go, when you just let it go and say, I can't, that is where you lose confidence. That the negative feeling which comes inside you with a failure could demotivate you and take you spiraling down your own thing, which is losing confidence,
So true.
right?
Yeah.
So losing confidence is when you do not, or you do not understand, you do not know, and you don't have anybody to guide you, to take you to the next, or you bring you up from that situation. When you cannot be brought up to that situation, you have that spiral which goes down and down and down, and then you lose confidence.
Success and failure happen with all of us. We all go through that. And having confidence or losing it is also a journey which happens with all of us. Somebody who is confident today could have been missing on confidence at some point of time in his or her life. Is confidence something that people are born with, or is it a skill that people can acquire?
I think it's both, Dimple. Confidence is something which people are born with. Yes, a lot of people, see, I am a hypnotherapist and an NLP coach. I also do believe in past life stories and regressions, and what's happening in your childhood does affect your future. The way people are around you does bring you up or bring you down. So one thing is, yes, you can be born confident and you have that attitude built into you, which can be lost or can be cultivated. The other thing is, you're not born with that, but you have the right environment where you become what you need to become. Sometimes you have a wrong environment and you develop confidence.
That's also
So
there.
environment plays an important role. So inside outside put together,
Yes.
you can always, you can be born with it, you can develop it at any point of time, and you can lose it at any point of time. That's why you keep asking me, what happens, why do people lose confidence, means there was something there. That's
Definitely.
why they lose confidence. I have a very good example of this. There is a very good friend of mine in the organization I network with, and they started a film production company, and you know they were doing very well, and suddenly this girl joined the network. She started getting a lot of films, and then she got pregnant. She went back to her thing, and that time COVID hit and things just went out of control, and everything went out of control. In the next 2 years she was down and out, and she came to me that, I'll close down the business, I cannot do it anymore. And then I had a talk with her, and she went back and she bounced back, and she bounced back to the double her capacity and start doing again what she wanted to, because things do go wrong. At that time you need somebody to hold a hand, somebody to pick you up, somebody to tell you yes you can, and the belief has to come back, yes you can. So there are lots of these examples where people are developing this attitude. There have been stories that, okay, there are lots of stories in the West where people are a college dropout. Technically, they are a failure, but they
Going
have
by
done
the
the best in their
definition.
life.
Oh, yes. And we
Yeah.
know those people. Yeah.
So, at any stage in life, you can just shoot up.
Yeah.
I talk about myself. I was like, I never used to talk. I used to go to parties and eat and eat and eat and just
I
put my
can't
head
believe
down.
that.
And I was plump. I was very fat, and
I can't believe that
probably I
either.
didn't I didn't believe in myself that I could do anything in life. And there was a point where I requested my parents to put me into a boarding school.
Wow.
And when I went to the boarding school, which was in grade six, I was like a very
Small kid.
below
Yeah.
than average student,
Okay.
not talking, not participating, not entertaining any activities, not socializing, highly unsocial, couldn't talk. And probably my father was not too happy about it. Maybe he was ashamed about me, I don't know, but he never said that. He's a very good person. So when I went into the boarding, the first few months I got kicked around, and I was like, everybody would take me for a ride. And then one day I said, look, these guys are half my size, and I was fat and big and bulky, and how can they bully me? I'm equal to them. The first time I was getting bullied and I hit back, that was the day I got my confidence back.
Beautiful.
I really hit back. I said, come what may. And like I was at the edge, I was on the wall, and there's somebody striking me. I said, no more. I'll not take it. And that day changed my life.
Yeah.
When I hit back and said, yes, if they can talk, I can talk. And I started on it. And suddenly, in that 1 year of my boarding school, I was ready to take on the world. And I came back. I said, now I'm ready to come back home. In the same city, I was in a boarding school, but I just wanted to be away from the family. Probably that changed my life forever.
Possible.
That changed my life forever. Not only for myself, I started standing up for other people who couldn't stand up for themselves.
Yeah, because now you're this very strong person who can speak so beautifully, and everything that you said you couldn't do are probably now your best friends.
Probably yes. And then I started, and I had this thing in me that I want my father to be proud of me.
Yeah.
So I started participating in everything he thought about that I should participate. I got into sports, I got into debates, I got into arts, I could get into anything. And once you have that attitude, you can do anything. You know, Kapil Dev is an equally good golfer.
Oh, I didn't know that.
He used to play golf with my dad, so he's a good golfer. So once you are in a sports and you have that can do attitude, and you have that ability that I can be physically fit and do mentally well, you can perform anything. Okay, maybe he cannot sing, but yes, he can do things related to sports and other sports, and now he can talk well.
Yeah.
There was a time, if you would have seen, that he
Yes.
couldn't give his speeches when he
Yes.
won the matches. He didn't know what to say.
Yes.
Today, that confidence has made him good in many other fields.
Oh, yes.
And that's his knowledge about the sport, that is his practice, and that is his experience.
And a spirit that I
Yeah,
wouldn't give up.
because you know, if people speak or talk or do anything without these three things, that could be a false confidence.
Oh, yes.
Then I start talking about something which I've never experienced, learnt, or practiced, you'll immediately catch me and you'll know this is not the right confidence.
Yeah.
So there is the right confidence, and that's the false confidence.
The overconfidence.
Overconfidence is another thing that
Okay.
I can achieve more than my ability.
Yeah.
To a certain level, yes. To another level, it's like because when overconfidence comes in, you stop practicing,
Yeah.
you stop learning.
Yeah.
The first step to overconfidence is I know it all.
Yes.
I do not want to learn anymore.
Yes.
That is the first confidence to overconfidence.
Yeah.
To
The first step to
overconfidence.
overconfidence. Yeah. Yeah.
Overconfidence. But false confidence is I think I know, or I pretend that I know, and I start doing
So
it.
you're basically just putting up a show.
So you definitely need your experience, your practice, your knowledge, all in place to start doing something confidently.
Oh, yes. So it's a very fine thing to be confident and to be confident in the right manner. What can one do to build the right confidence?
To build the right confidence, first thing it has to come from within you. There is a shift. As I told you my story, there was a shift that I can't be this any longer. I need to be totally different. I need to start moving up. So first thing is a realization that I need to do something. I need to make that change, a shift. So it could come from within you, it could come from people around you, but finally people around you have to make a shift within you.
Oh,
If it
yes.
doesn't come from within, it doesn't come at all.
True.
So one thing, I'm a firm believer, everything is within you, just need to unveil it.
Yeah.
The things, the potentials are covered. You just need to drop those curtains and take the next step. The first thing is to get that from within you, that I need to make the
That
change,
could be,
or I could build on this.
yeah,
Yes.
that could be when you achieve something and then you want to achieve further, or that could be when you are tired of certain failure. It could be probably body shaming. Okay, I have to lose weight. It could be about you're bad at academics. Okay, I have to prove myself. It could be a failure at business, that this has to work. It could be a failure, it could be a success, like you
It
previously
could be a
said.
success, it could be an achievement. I did this, I can do the next.
Yes.
So I could beat that guy up, I
Yeah.
could beat the rest.
Yes.
So it comes from within you, it has to come from within you.
Yes.
But it comes within you means, after that you need to be mentally, physically, and emotionally prepared to handle that situation.
Because that journey is not going to
So
be an easy one.
yes,
Yes.
so mental preparation means you have to believe and keep believing in yourself. As we started, it's an attitude that I can do.
Oh, yes.
Second, you have to gain the knowledge of that subject or that thing, even if it's a sport, it's music, it's whatever it is, even it's cooking. You need to know, you need to understand what I add to make this change happen. What happens if I do this? So that knowledge is extremely important. You think you can be confident without knowing about a thing? That's the wrong confidence.
Yeah.
You have to know, you have to understand. At times you have to study, you have to learn. And these days all options are open. People learn music through YouTube, and a lot of things, probably podcasts, people are learning through
People do.
podcasts.
People do.
So yes, listening to other people makes a change into your life.
Yeah.
That happens. And yesterday I was listening to somebody which was very interesting, and they were making a relation between how the fertility rate and the life expectancy rate in this region is the highest, and so the IT would be required at a different pace in this region. So that knowledge, that correlation, those things are so important. First, you need to know, you need to understand, you need to learn. That is the first step of confidence.
Yes. Whatever it is
This
that you want
it,
to achieve.
and learning cannot may not be just books, it could be watching films. My son, he is so confident on history that he can talk to anybody, but his passion in life is just to watch documentaries, all sorts of documentaries, all kinds of views. So he regularly does that. I don't know what he'll do with that knowledge, but I don't stop him because he loves history.
That's beautiful.
Yeah.
And that clearly shows that you pick up your medium of learning. You decide how you
So
want to
it's
learn.
no
But the
more.
goal is
There was
learn.
a time when people said books are the way to go, but books today, we
Could be your way or could not.
initially I was very worked up when my kid would sit and watch films and do nothing. I say, my God, what is this? Boss, there are books you need to read. Now those books are at times left far behind
Mm.
because the digital content is so much.
Mm.
Researching through the digital content is so much more easier.
Mm.
And in LLP we teach that some people listen, some
Yeah.
people see, some people feel, some people uh, these are different ways of
Based
getting
on
things
different sense
inside you.
organs. Yes.
And for some people it could be seeing and hearing, for some
Yes.
people smelling,
Yeah.
some people it's experiencing, and way of learning is different in different people.
Yes.
So yes,
Absolutely.
knowledge is important. You gain it from anywhere. As I
Yes.
said, you can start learning or play good flute even by watching on YouTube. At some point of time you will need a mentor for sure.
Yes.
I don't say no mentor, I may say books or video or content.
Choose your medium.
Choose your medium.
Yeah.
Get a coach or somebody to mentor you in real life, because at times you may be doing things but those fine tunings are required. So you need to learn, you need to practice, you need to improve before you start achieving something. So confidence will come when you have learned it, you know how to do it, you practiced it, you have delivered it, you have that experience. Even as I said, even if there is a failure, with your knowledge that I failed because
So and
this
so.
thing I didn't do right.
Yeah.
I lost my mind when the ball was coming fast on me and I just didn't focus. So what went wrong. Inside us, most of us know why and what is getting wrong. And that's self discovery.
Yeah.
I would encourage everyone, at least take half an hour, whatever you can, minimum at least half an hour. I do it 1 hour every morning. Sit with yourself,
Mm.
and there's lots of voice and that's lots of knowledge, and there's a lot of things which come from within you and tell you that this is the next.
Yeah.
So if you have time, if you really want to practice, one way of getting confident is listen to yourself, because inside you, you know,
Yeah.
and you really know what to do next.
Yes.
So one, okay, knowledge, practice, experience, give time to yourself. Just sit with yourself. Try, okay, lots of thoughts come, and probably those thoughts will come which are actually required to be addressed. People talk about meditation. I do meditation, but the first 15 minutes of my meditation is just getting answers to the problems or anything which I'm thinking about. I just keep getting answers.
Basically, just resting the existing thoughts. Yeah.
Probably actively evaluating it sitting from a distance,
Yeah.
or
Beautiful.
hearing your own voice, because inside you,
Yeah.
that will help.
Yeah.
So that is something I would really tell people to do. Sit with yourself, listen to yourself, try and meditate if you can. Even if you can, just sit with yourself for at least half an hour a day. Get all the answers required which you need, and keep learning, keep practicing. This experience is going to get your confidence.
Couldn't have been better. This five-fold mantra shared by you. You need a shift from inside. You need to acquire the knowledge, pick your medium, and keep learning. You need to practice whatever it is that you want to get better at, whatever you want to achieve. You need to keep on experiencing whether you are getting it right or not. Is it a success this time? Do you want a better success? Is it a failure this time? How do you convert that to a success the next time? And pay attention to what's happening inside your mind. Sit with your thoughts, observe your thoughts, meditate if you can. Five-fold mantra. Beautiful.
Lovely. And the last one could be get a mentor if required,
Oh, I'm sorry.
because
So it's a six-fold one.
yeah,
Yeah.
the last one could be, yeah, because at times somebody outside can see you better than you can see from inside.
Perspective.
The mentor could be inside. As I said, you can hear to yourself, but at times you need somebody else to tell you, and you are going wrong on this step. I can see it from outside.
So let's say I follow the six-fold mantra shared by you and I put it to practice and I'm religious about it and I do it thoroughly and now I see that I'm a confident person. How can it help me? What do I get out of it?
Confidence gives you success. Success in the field you want. If you are confident in the field you need success, you achieve success. If I am confident about what I want to sell, I sell. you know Dimple, sometimes I feel when I talk to people about the sales pitch which I'm going to make, I get 90-95% success, because one, I speak through experience. I speak, and when I have this knowledge, experience, and all those things, and when I speak, I convince them that what I'm promising you, I'll deliver.
Oh, yes.
So when I can commit to something and deliver it to people, I crack my sales. Today, I can proudly say that I feel I can achieve anything in life because of the confidence I have. As I started in the beginning, confidence is can do. What can do attitude get you? It will get
Results.
things done.
Yeah, absolutely.
If you can do, it will be done.
Oh, yes. It's as simple
And
as
once
that.
you get results, you get success. When you get success, you become more confident for the next part of it,
Yeah.
and you get to reach to your potential. We talk about ikagai. Why do we? What do we need to do? What is my life meant for? So every time you achieve something, is this the last of it, or I'm looking for some more? And then you answer those questions, and you have a most satisfied life. I describe success as satisfaction in life. When I have a can do attitude, I achieve, and then I evaluate that is this what I wanted, or what is the next level? And then you follow your thought that, okay, this is what I live for. This is what that is the highest, is a satisfied life. A life where I've achieved what I wanted to achieve, and every achievement gives me more confidence and more satisfaction. And there'll be a point and say, this is what I want to live for. This is what I want to do. For me, I want to live for growing everybody's business. I enjoy when I see everybody's business grow. Whoever is close to me, whoever is in my circles. And whenever they do take the next step, and if they come to me, I would first thing like to help them with everything which I can to help them achieve them their objectives.
That is so true.
So that's my calling. Every time somebody achieves something, I feel proud because I like to do it. So what can confidence get you? Confidence will get you the success and the satisfaction you are looking for in life.
And what you just said, confidence can also get you the feeling of happiness when another person achieves something. That's also a big feeling.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely.
And that can only happen when you're confident inside. A
Yes,
person
yes.
who's insecure inside would not feel happy at other person's success.
Definitely, because then they start competing.
Yes.
At that stage of life, you collaborate, you help, you feel happy with other person's success.
Yes.
You don't get jealous. You will
Yes.
get jealous if you are incompetent, if you are not confident about yourself. I may be happy with whatever I have, and I'm happy, and I'm confident that this is what I got. My next level is not myself; it is the world around me.
Beautiful. Thank you so much for simplifying and explaining confidence so beautifully and giving us your sixfold mantra, which is so easy to practice. And thank you for gracing us with your presence here today.
Thank you, Dimple. And I got to learn a lot myself while I was answering questions that I now understand what is confidence for me.
Lovely.
Thank you, Dimple.
You have been listening to Our Quest. Thank you for your time again. If you haven't already, please give us a quick rating on Apple Podcast. And don't forget, you can follow us on Instagram or share your screenshot of the podcast and tag us. Links in description. See you next week, same time, same place.